Welcome back. Iran's supreme leader has warned of strict action after its top general was killed in a US airstrike. General Qassem Soleimani was killed in an airstrike early Friday morning in Baghdad. The United States President Donald Trump ordered the killing. Trump tweeted an image of the American flag after the news broke. The Pentagon later issued a statement calling the airstrike a defensive action to protect US personnel abroad. The strike comes days after protesters surrounded the US embassy in Baghdad and clashed with US forces. Iran's foreign minister Javad Zarif called the move extremely dangerous and a foolish escalation. General Soleimani was a major figure in the Iranian regime. His Quds Force reports directly to the country's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, and he was hailed as a heroic national figure. Global oil prices meanwhile soared more than 4% in the wake of the strike.
Yeah, it would. It looks, because most of the commentators, or the West Asia watchers have mentioned one thing: it would escalate in the region. And we have seen in the past, whenever the Iranians were hit or targeted, they have retaliated, be it the British or American or anybody else. Let's wait and see how they respond to this action. But one thing, if the escalation takes place, then the oil prices would go up further, because this would be uncontrolled action, will be spread throughout the region.
My colleague Geeta Mohan, our Foreign Affairs editor, is now joining me live from Delhi on the story. Geeta, this is huge. This is big news that's coming in this morning. What do you suspect will be the impact, the global fallout of this?
Well, the messages that are coming in from Iran clearly show that this is a provocation that is not going to go unanswered or unresponded. That the United States of America should wait for consequences is something that Javad Zarif, the foreign minister, said. The supreme leader has threatened and warned the United States of America. A lot of people, the America-Israel supporters, are comparing this to the killing of Osama bin Laden. This is not that. This is not a terrorist being killed. It's a representative of a government who has been killed. So yes, this is one of the biggest international incidents of the decade. And I'm not saying it, I'm not understating it, Paulami. This is one of the biggest international incidents that is going to have huge ramifications for the region, for the Persian Gulf, and we'll have to wait and see how Iran and the United States of America then are going to take this forward. We know that the American embassy in Iraq was attacked, that the protesters had almost gone on to ransack the premises or the compound, the wall of the US embassy in Iraq, and that was certainly a provocation, but a provocation to this extent where General Soleimani has been killed is something that is certainly a huge provocation for Iran, but also a huge international incident. We've seen the tweet by President Donald Trump. It is an era where we're living of nationalism, of ultra-nationalism, and of governments. This again is just ahead of the US going into presidential elections. So remember, there is a lot at stake for Donald Trump, but certainly for Iran it is going to be critical as to how they're going to respond to this attack and the killing of Qassem Soleimani.
Right. Geeta, thank you so much.